Hey, if your bank account looks like this, crazy busy in the fourth quarter and dead in the first quarter, and you're constantly wondering when the next client is coming, this video is for you. Listen, most photographers think the solution is posting now booking more often or running a discount to fill their calendar, but here's what that actually does. Discounting trains your clients to wait for a sale, it attracts price shoppers, and it makes you look desperate. So today I'm going to show you the real reason your photography income feels like a roller coaster, why the typical fixes make it worse, and the exact strategies successful photographers use to manufacture demand year-round without devaluing their work. When you get this right, you'll have consistent bookings even in January and February, the most dead months for photographers. And listen, I know this works because my students use these exact strategies to build six-figure businesses without the income panic every slow season. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Sarah Petty, sold over $3 million in photography services. I've helped over 33,000 photographers build profitable businesses, offering wall portraits instead of deeply discounting digital files and competing with the bajillion photographers out there. Here's the truth. Photography has natural, busy, and slow seasons. Everybody wants portraits in the fourth quarter for the holidays. That's just reality. But that doesn't mean your income has to be a roller coaster. The problem is how most photographers try to fix it. When January and February hit and the calendar is empty, what do most photographers do? They panic. They start posting now booking on Instagram. They run mini session specials. They send emails with discounts like 20% off, and they hope that someone or anyone will bite. And here's what actually happens. You're attracting bargain hunters who are never going to spend good money anyway. Or worse, nothing happens at all. Here's why discounting is more destructive for photographers than other businesses sometimes. Think about restaurants. They're slammed with business Friday night and Saturday night, but Monday through Wednesday, they're half dead. So what do? They create reasons for people to come in during slow nights, happy hour specials, themed events, buy one, get one, etc. But here's the critical difference. People eat at restaurants every week. Maybe they get a discount on Tuesday, but they still come back on Saturday night because they don't have work the next day and they want to stay out late with their friends and pay full price. Photography doesn't work that way. Your clients only book portraits once a year, every 2 years, every 3 or 4 years. So when you discount in the slow season, you're not creating new demand. You're just training your customers to wait a few months until you have a sale. They're going to think, oh, Sarah always runs a Valentine's Day mini session special. I'll just wait till then instead of booking now. You've also devalued your work and you've pushed your busy season into your slow season. And you haven't solved anything, my friend. You've made everything worse. And cheap mini sessions, they scream cheap and newbie. They position you as someone competing on price, not someone who creates valuable wall art for people's homes. So if discounting and desperate posts and mini sessions don't work, what does? Here's the strategy that successful boutique photographers use to stay booked year-round. One of those strategies is partnering with businesses and organizations that already serve our ideal clients. We call this manufacturing demand. And I want you to think about it like baseball. You know the concept of small ball, right? Instead of swinging for a home run, maybe you don't have any home run hitters, the team will bunt to get someone on first, and then that person will steal second. And then when they get to third, someone hits a sacrifice fly to get them home and score a point. You're manufacturing runs one at a time instead of hoping for a big hit home run. That's exactly what you're doing with partnerships. You're not trying to get mini sessions and hit this home run of like being booked for a weekend, which it doesn't work anymore if you're even doing them. You're strategically positioning yourself where your ideal clients are, and you're making this happen in this slow season. So who are these partners? They're partners that you want to build relationships with who serve your target market. Could be dance studios, dog groomers, pet breeders, veterinarians, children's boutiques, orthodontists. These businesses already have the exact clients you want to reach. Also think about charities and nonprofits, people who donate money to causes they believe in. Don't you think these are people with disposable income who value meaningful experiences? And when a charity that they love and care about endorses you, they immediately trust you. There are also fundraising events with silent auction. This isn't a raffle where random people win your name. It's drawn out of a hat. I'm talking fundraising events where it's an auction where people actively bid to become your client. They're pre-qualified buyers. And I did it wrong for a couple years and I had to keep testing different things. And now every time I know it brings me a $2,000 to $5,000 client. The key is this: you're creating a mutually beneficial relationship where everybody wins. So with partnerships, let's say you partner with a dance studio. You might install a gorgeous gallery wall of dance portraits in their lobby. And every time students and parents walk in, they see this beautiful artwork. So the studio gets artwork that elevates their space. You get visibility with families. Possibly that dance studio owner reached out to families talking about how you're raising money for a charity. And those are the clients that you work with that get to be on the wall. That's marketing working for you. Now, here's where most photographers get this wrong. They think partnering means donating an 8x10 in a session to an auction, or putting up one display, or doing one collaboration and waiting for clients to appear. That's not a strategy, it's hope. We've got to build relationships and create urgency and scarcity, and we do that through limited time campaigns, not discounts, not mini sessions. We create these for our students. Let me give you some examples. One is called Look Good, Do Good. It's a business portrait campaign where the proceeds support a local cause. So business owners come in, they get professional headshots while supporting a charity they care about. Then you, as the photographer, would talk to them about their family's portrait needs, whether they have a new baby, a new pet, aging grandparents, high school senior, etc. You book them or you get a referral from them, and so on. We do one called Simply Me. This is a black and white personality portrait event that celebrates individual children, not family portraits. So at Photography Business Institute, we created a national art gallery show called Simply Me that happens once a year where our students get to exhibit. So this allows them to go out to their clients with an opportunity to be in this show. So it isn't a discount. It isn't a special mini session. It's really worth more than a mini session because they get this limited opportunity that not everybody gets. Here's what makes these work. People have a story. They aren't just booking a session. They're participating in something so meaningful. And when you have a campaign that has urgency, it's not anytime you want. It's this month only. It's right now. And it's a limited number of people who get to do it. And that's real. They're also tied to partners who promote them. So when you pair a campaign with someone who has an established brand, whether it's a charity, a vet clinic, a boutique, you're not doing all the marketing yourself. Your partner is educating their audience about it because it helps them raise money and serve their customers. By the way, if you're finding this helpful, make sure to subscribe to my free weekly newsletter. It's a quick read with 5-minute actionable strategies to grow your photography business, which is what gets me up every day. So listen, when a vet clinic emails their clients saying, this month only, we're partnering with Sarah Petty Photography for Pooch Playoffs and session fees support animal rescue, that carries weight. Those clients trust the vet. They're medical professionals. The vet is endorsing you, and there's a time frame. So it gets them moving. And here's the key about creating these partnerships. You've got to approach it like dating. You don't walk in and meet someone and propose marriage on the first date, I hope. You start by supporting that business owner or that charity. You show up at their events, you buy from them, you donate to them, you get to know the owner, the decision maker. You ask about goals and fundraising efforts. You make sure you have a core value alignment. Once you've built that relationship, then have the conversation about how you can help each other and make sure that their audience aligns with yours. I learned this when I donated to a golf outing. The attendees were mostly men drinking all day, completely outside my market because I mostly target moms. Plus, the golf outing wanted to raffle my services, which just gives my work away versus an auction where people bid on it. I want the people who get my time to have paid for it. I don't get the money, the charity does, but I learned a valuable lesson that day. I now choose partners who align with me, but they have local decision-making ability. They have the ability to promote me. I've learned that hard lesson. Big national charities often have their hands tied with regard to what they can do. So there are a lot of nuances that go into this. But I want you to know that that's how you manufacture demand instead of a posting, discounting, mini session strategy. Here's the thing. You manufacture demand by giving people a compelling reason to book that has nothing to do with price. I know this might feel overwhelming. How do you find the right partners? What campaigns should you run? How do you structure the partnership in a way that works? What words do you use? If you want help with this, book a call with my team and let us see if we can help you. I'll stick the link in the description and keep showing up here, my friend. That's how you grow a profitable business.